Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. So in today's video, we're going to take a look at the Anvil Asgard. I know it seems like I'm a little bit late to the party on a review for this ship, but I really wanted to fly it around for a few days before I just jumped in there. I wanted to give like a really good impression of what I think about the ship. And just to start this off, I think it's probably one of the most useful ships that has come out in Star Citizen in probably the past 2 years or so. I didn't say best ship, I said useful. The size is fantastic. You know, it just seems like the bigger the interior is, the more useful the ships are, the more we can kind of like cram into the interior, and this is a great ship for it. Now, the price is not exactly where I think it should be. I really think this thing should fall more in the 250 range, kind of like more like a Starlancer Max. But here we are, 325. We know ships are just getting more expensive in Star Citizen. Now, the handling on this thing is absolutely fantastic for what it is. And the amount of guns, you do have 6 size 3 facing forward for the pilot, and then you have a nose turret that has 2 size 4s for a co-pilot. It is a 2-person ship, guys, and it's great that it's 2-person. It's not overwhelming. You can really get around the verse of the buddy and get things done. So let's do a quick walk around this, and then I want to revert, like I said, to my old style of videos. I want to jump into Urkel and kind of show you what the ship is coming with, you know, stock, and yeah. So let's take a look at this and dive in. Alright guys, let's do a quick walk around. Now what's really funny is that I had this Storm AA tank kind of like next to it, and because of the wonderful Star Citizen physics that they just are never going to fix apparently, it wiggled all the way to the other side of the hangar, and you can see it kind of just wiggling over there. As you know guys, on my channel, we don't hide stuff here. This is real gameplay. This is how the game really is. You can see these hangars, these tanks do terrible in the hangars. Once you get it like onto a planet, it seems to do okay, but even then it's still a little pretty glitchy, especially when you try to get in this back door. This tank is just, you know, crazy, which is funny, right? They came out with this ship specifically to carry the tank, and they even have a package that comes with this ship and the tank, and yeah, this is what they're selling. So don't get too much hopium when you think it's going to be like a, you know, grand experience here with no bugs. Guys, I love the ship right here. I love, you know, it really reminds me of that alien drop ship, even though these are engines and not really the missiles and stuff that fold out. But, you know, you really get that vibe, which I think is what really drew me into the ship. The overall wingspan and everything. And like I said, this thing handles absolutely amazing. Now you still get the 2 drop doors on both sides, just like the Valkyrie, which is really good. So that's the 2 ways in, right? You have the back, and then you have the 2 sides are your entrances into this ship. Let's jump up here and give a quick little walk around. Now this is just the gigantic hangar bay. Now I actually tested it. You definitely, and I'm sure a lot of you have probably seen this in other videos, but you can definitely fit like a golem in some bags. So if you're a miner that just wants to take a golem with you, not particularly my thing, but it does work just fine, no issues. Here are the side doors. Really like those. Glad they have the guns, but you do have the little lip that folds down so that you can actually vault in, which is really great. I'm glad that's there. So these are your 3 entrances in. Now back here we have a couple of little drop seats. We have one here and one on the other side, and we do have our engineering terminal here. Now if we come through here, this is just going to our lower turret, and this door just brings you back out the other side. Now I do love the design on the doors. You can see the little emblem, the Anvil emblem with the kind of like the glass. Jumping up, we have kind of like the pilot co-pilot area. If we take a left, we get in here, we have the bathroom, shower, and then directly on the other side you have your 2-person bunk area. Here we have a like little, it looks like the little food, like your microwave panel, little food dish, and then you have your 2 little I guess your armor storage right here, and then you have your weapons locker here, which is actually pretty good. I do like this right here. And then here, guys, we have our pilot area. And that's it. The heads-up display looks really good. You know, it's kind of just like the Valkyrie, guys. We'll crank this baby up. I do love the green and everything.
All systems online.
Ship actually has a gorgeous sound as well.
Engines offline.
And guys, that's it. The interior is incredibly basic, which I love. This is not no Starlancer Max with your pool table or your origin ship. This is a basic table. This right here is also glass, which I think is going to be great when, you know, I guess engineering comes in. If you got a fire back there, you can just open a door and put the fire out or whatnot. And you can still have this area secured because this does have a hatch on it. So guys, that is actually the interior of this Anvil Asgard. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the interior. Do you like that it's so basic? See, I do. I like that it's just basic and there's not much to it and it's just open. And that's just another thing that kind of drew me into it. So, guys, I want to jump over to Urkel. I want to take a look at Urkel real fast and like kind of just go through what the ship comes with basis. Okay, here we are in Urkel. So real fast, we're just going to kind of go through this. It does come with the 6 size 3 Panthers. Like I told you, here is the 2. And then you have the 4 here. It does pretty well, guys, with the Panthers. When you're in kind of like the patrol missions and things like that, it takes out the fighters pretty fast. If you were going to do like VHRTs or anything with this, which I think is absolutely possible, if you're a half-decent pilot, I would probably switch these to attritions. They hit a little harder. Then you do have this man turret down here, which also comes with a Rhino repeater, and it is the 2 size 4. So for what it is, it has a nice bit of forward-facing firepower, right? You do get 16 size 3 missiles, which is fantastic. It's in a turret up on top. Now, note, right now, there's, I guess, a bug or a glitch or something. And if you take too much damage, like any at all, even it seems like to your shield or something, the top turret stops working. It won't fire the missile. So if you're going to go into a decent amount of battle, I'd go ahead and fire as many missiles as you can get off before the top missile turret stops working. So here on the full stop right here, you got military grade C's all on your shields, 4 size 2 shields. I really wish this would have been a size 3, but I understand that this ship has size 2 components, but man, just for the size of it, I really wish it would have had like just 1 size 3 shield. I think just the overall fill, maybe that's something that'll get changed later, because this is kind of the downside. I was going to switch these out to probably like I think it's the Rampart, it's the Industrial A, just to boost this hit points, because usually in battle, the ship really isn't, I guess, maneuverable or fast enough to get away, so I'd rather have more hit points to start with and a faster recharge. Just my preference on this. Power plants, again, military grade C. And up here we have 3 coolers, which, you know, coolers aren't really a thing right now. That's probably coming with the engineering gameplay. I actually end up still turning my coolers off. So quantum drive, of course, I've been switching everything right now lately to a civilian grade A, and it does perfectly fine. You get a little better efficiency and distance, and it just works out altogether. Now, guys, that's pretty much it for the Asgard. It does carry 180 SCU right here of cargo, so if you're not doing vehicles in the back, cargo, not an issue. 180 is fantastic. You know, better than the Taurus. As far as cargo, it stacks 3 high, and doing some testing, it's not that bad. When you're using like an Atlas, sometimes trying to get that 3rd box up there, if you have your Atlas inside the back of the Asgard, becomes an issue, but it's not that bad. It's very doable. And that's kind of it for our settings, guys. And alright, guys, so to kind of recap and just ask a question, for those of you who have been watching this ship, what do you guys think about it? What do you think about the maneuverability, the shields, just kind of the basics, you know, of the interior? I think this is probably one of the best all-arounders. I know, like I said, it's been called the rich man's Cuddy Black, or just an upgrade to the Cuddy Black. Price is a little bit up there, but for something that's so useful, I don't think it's the worst. I think it could have been a lot worse, but I agree with a lot that's been saying. I think this probably should have fell, like I said, within that max range, Starlancer max range. With the cargo that it carries, it is great, and it's just a really great all-arounder. I think this is going to be one of the best daily drivers for the size and just kind of the overall what the ship can do. I mean, you can fit Nova tanks, and you can fit your Storm AAs and multiple ground vehicles, and you know, you can really do a fun bunker run, and hopefully this ship even becomes more useful when ground vehicles, you know, have more use in the game. I think that's a big thing right now, right? Is, okay, we have this ship that can carry the vehicles, but what really use are the vehicles right now? So hopefully that's something we have coming. Maybe that's, you know, kind of a path with this ship. But guys, that's really all I have. Hope that helped for anybody that's kind of thinking about picking up one of these. I give it an A plus, guys. I really think this ship is great. As always, I really appreciate the support for the channel. Thank you for the comments, the thumbs up, the subscribing, the liking, everything. It's really appreciated. I have a lot of fun doing these videos, and if there's something that you guys want to see out there, please let me know. I just did an MTC video right before this. This video is probably going out on a Friday or something. But yeah, give that MTC a look. It's a really great, another great ground vehicle. As always, guys, I'll catch you on the next video.